What's going on? Welcome back to another video, man. Before I get into this video, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel at the end of the video. Leave a comment what you think of this video, man. And give me a thumbs up if you like the video, all right? So, this video may not resonate with everybody, right? It's really for people that are fortunate with their parents, right? Or it may still resonate with you, if you have a, mom and, at least have a mother, if you stay with your mom, you know what I'm saying, or stay with your pops. But this video is really going to resonate with people that are fortunate to have parents in the household, right? So, I mean, if it doesn't resonate with you, I mean, you may not watch through the whole video, so, but, try to stick with me here. All right, so, growing up, man, you know what I'm saying, because right now I do stay with my peoples, right? So, growing up, man, I wasn't the best listener, right? I didn't listen to my parents well, right? Everything they were telling me, the stuff they were telling me, they were telling me for a reason, right? And I wasn't listening. I wasn't, following directions and just doing what I wanted to do, not really listening. Like I was listening, but not listening, if that makes sense, right? And it really got worse when I started turning 18, 19. And I remember, man, me and my dad got into it, right? I was 18 years old. I was just graduated high school, right? And I was getting ready to go off to college. And, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was big and grown now. My dad couldn't, my parents could tell me what to do. I was talking back to my mom, right? I was disrespecting my mom and everything. My dad, me and my dad got into it, you know what I'm saying? And he was, he didn't beat me up or nothing, right? But I kept talking back to him, kept saying other stuff under my tongue. And, you know what I'm saying? I remember he kicked me out the house, right? He didn't really kick me out the house and let me go stay with nowhere else, but he just kicked me out for a minute. And then we talked, then my auntie, I remember my auntie called me. She was like, Jane, why'd you, talk to why you talking to your parents like that? Why you disrespecting your parents like that? I went back in, we talked, me and my dad talked, and yeah, but, guys, don't take your relationship with your parents for granted, right? Especially young men my age, right? Or any age, really. Don't take your parents' relationship for granted, right? Take all the advice that they're giving you, right? Because they know more than what we know, right? They've been through the things that, we're going through now. They've been through it, right? I'm not saying you can't figure things out on your own. Every now and then you got to, kind of figure out and learn on your own, right? As far as like staying by yourself, paying your own bills, like, that is, it's some stuff you're going to have to, figure out yourself sometimes, right? But if you need advice, bro, the first people you need to go to is your parents, man. They not gonna steer you wrong. I mean, it may be different. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people don't have the best relationship with their parents, so I might be wrong about that. So I'll take, so for the most part, your parents aren't gonna steer you the wrong way, man. Right? And they're going to tell you what they know or what they've been through and how, and you could take their advice and, kind of take that with you and, figure out what you got to, figure out, how to get through it. Right. But, I didn't listen to my parents. Right. So again, this go back to me not listening to them. I was really listening to others more than my parents. I was listening to more strangers that were adults more than my parents. And that's gonna happen too, like being a young man, bro. You're not, you feel like, since you in the house with them all day, you ain't gotta always listen to them. They always telling you stuff, but they telling you the wrong stuff most of the time, or sometimes, right? You ain't gotta listen to them. Sometimes you think they wrong, or like nah, like bro, like as I got older, man, I'm like, man, they were telling me, this stuff for a reason, right? For me, for my safety, just to look out for me, make sure I'm good, make sure I'm straight, right? And that's what they're trying to do for most of, your parents are trying to do for, you guys, right? If you still living at home, bro, like, don't rush to move out, man. If you 18 years old to 25 years old, then stack your money. Stack your money, bro. Stack, especially in this economy, it's hard out here. Right. I know, I was desperate to leave, man, but I'm like, what I'm saying? I think it would be beneficial for me to wait. Stack my money. Right? Don't rush it, bro. Don't rush it. It'll come. Like, what I'm saying? It's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? The goal is for a year, but if not, maybe in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So, but guys, don't take your relationship with your parents for granted, right? Don't take it for granted. Take as much advice as you need, even though when you an adult, even when you decide to have kids, bro. Like listen to, take their advice, bro. Cause having, you're gonna be like, how would you know? You ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? I know a little something, bro. Cause I've seen it, right? I've seen it, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm an uncle, man. So I know it's stressful on my brothers and sisters that, all the kids they both got 3 kids each, man. I know it's stressful. It be stressful for them sometimes, right? But I know they love their kids, but like, damn, like, this shit ain't no walk in the park. And I be seeing on my brother's face. Hold on 1 second. What's up?
No, what you up to?
Oh, I'm recording a video. What's up?
Okay, when you get done, man, keep cleaning the kitchen, man. Okay. Go on for it, I'm gonna cook.
All right.
It's been all week.
All right. I'm sorry, y'all. That was my dad, man. But no, anyway, I know it'd be stressful on them. I know that it's stressful for them, right? I know they love their kids, right? But, me and my dad was just talking about this, man. Like yesterday, how, my brother, my brother and sister, they cut my dad off, man. They stopped calling them. They was stopped checking in on them. They stopped calling them. And that was that's disrespectful, man. Why would you disrespect somebody or cut somebody off that raised you, right? That's disrespectful. I'm like, man, like, it's effed up how they did it, especially my brother, man. But my sister, man, she did some things before. I'm not gonna get into detail about that. She's done some stuff, right? That I'm like, I don't even, like, I love her, but I love you from a distance. But I was really shocked how my brother did my dad, man. You know what I'm saying? My brother, my dad let, my brother and his family stayed with us when we was staying at our old home before the home we're staying at now. And, they were staying out in the basement. Him and his, my brother and his family was staying downstairs. And he just cut them off. I'm like, man, that's really disrespectful. And, and my dad, man, he been through a lot. He been through a lot. Like, what I'm saying? He grew up poor. You know what I'm saying? He didn't, he had a rough growing up. You know what I'm saying? And he trying to, and he the stuff he had to learn the hard way. He learned the hard way. He didn't have no father in his household or nothing. So it was messed up how he did my dad like that, man. And my dad, the stuff my dad did for me, he did the same things for my siblings. And for you to cut him off is messed up. Really. It is messed up. And I still love him. I still love my siblings, man. They don't even talk to me no more. It is what it is. So, but that's what I'm saying. You guys can't, you guys can't take your relationship with your parents for granted because believe it or not, most of the time, your parents want to see you do better than what they did, right? My dad told me straight up, he want me to do better than what he did, right? And so far, I'm on the right track so far. It was a time where, again, me and my dad got into it, and I wasn't, on the right pace. I was doing the wrong things. I was hanging out with the wrong crowd. I was just stuck. I was broke. I ain't had no job. I was getting fired from jobs. I was doing all kind of stuff. I stole money out the till before. I was doing all kind of stupid stuff. But the light bulb came on early this year. I'm like, man, I need to do. I really do need to change my life. My dad kept telling me to get my CDL, so I decided to take a chance on myself and got my CDL. And I love my job, man. I love what I do. I love being a bus operator. I love interacting with people. And then I love doing this on the side too, doing content on the side of that, right? you know, growing my channel, growing my brand. You know what I'm saying? I want to grow a brand out of this, you know, YouTube channel, right? So that's my goal. So, you know, but yeah, man, like your advice with your parent, you know, take all the advice you need from them. You know what I'm saying? Because when they gone, bro. When they gone, they're gone. My parents are in their 50s, man. They got like 20, maybe 20, 30 more years. Then they ain't gonna be in the dirt. It's sad to say, and plus we're all gonna die one day, right? But I be thinking like, damn, my parents, man, they getting up there in age. They starting to get up. I mean, they still look good for their age, but they starting to get up there. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking my relationship with them for granted no more. I'm not doing it. They done a lot for me. It's a lot of stuff they wish they could have done before, you know, if they didn't have kids. My dad told me that straight up yesterday. He would, you know, he wish he could travel more, 3 times a year or something like that. That's what he's telling me. So don't, cherish the moments you have with them. Cherish the moments you have with them because, you know, cherish the moments, cherish the times you have with them because you won't get none of that back. So, you know, let's start appreciating them. Let's start appreciating our parents. Let's start appreciating everything in our life. Let's start being grateful, man, for things we have in life, right? But yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here, y'all. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I'm gonna hit the gym later on. So, but anyway, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.